WWE has been moving in a new direction lately, and fans everywhere in the United States are asking the same question. Why is WWE pushing these particular superstars right now? From main event title runs, to TV storylines that feel bigger than ever, to social media buzz that's exploding, something strategic is happening behind the scenes. Today, we're breaking down the real reasons WWE is making these booking decisions. From business pressures, to audience trends, to the future of WWE storytelling. So if you've ever wondered why a certain wrestler gets a big title shot, or why someone else is suddenly on every Raw and SmackDown segment, by the end of this video, you'll understand the strategy WWE is using to grow, especially in the US market. Make sure you stay until the end because we'll reveal the #1 factor that influences every push in WWE today. Let's start with the biggest misconception in wrestling. Most fans believe WWE pushes someone because they're popular. That's only part of the truth. Yes, crowd reactions matter. Yes, merch sales matter, but in 2026, WWE operates very differently than it did 10 or 20 years ago. WWE is now part of TKO Group Holdings. That means corporate strategy, shareholder expectations, media rights deals, and global expansion are bigger factors than ever before. When WWE pushes a superstar today, they're not just building a champion. They're building an asset. An asset that can headline premium live events. An asset that can sell merchandise worldwide. An asset that can appear on ESPN, Fox, Netflix, talk shows, and sponsorship campaigns. This is no longer just about who gets the loudest pop. It's about who can represent the brand across multiple platforms in the United States and beyond. And that changes everything. Another major reason WWE is pushing new faces: streaming. With WWE content expanding across major streaming platforms, the company now studies viewership data more closely than ever before. They know who fans rewind to watch again, who trends on YouTube within 24 hours, which segments spike engagement, which superstars bring in younger demographics. In the past, crowd noise inside the arena determined momentum. Now data does. If a rising star consistently drives YouTube clips into the trending section, if their highlights generate millions of views in the United States, if their name spikes on Google Trends after every appearance, WWE sees that immediately, and that data heavily influences who gets pushed next. So when you see someone suddenly getting primetime segments every week, it may not be random, it may be algorithm-backed momentum. There's also something else happening. WWE is intentionally transitioning into a new era. For years, the company relied on established megastars, legends who carried the brand through multiple generations. But every era eventually shifts. The Attitude Era gave way to ruthless aggression. Ruthless aggression gave way to the PG era. And now WWE is balancing nostalgia with evolution. They still use big names for major events, but they're strategically elevating younger stars to ensure the brand doesn't depend on part-time legends forever. Because here's the reality: you cannot build the future on yesterday's headlines, and WWE knows that. That's why you're seeing long-term storytelling around newer talents. That's why championship reigns are being structured differently. That's why character development feels more layered. They're not just building moments. They're building sustainability. Now here's the biggest factor most fans overlook: marketability. WWE pushes superstars who can do media interviews smoothly, represent sponsors professionally, handle live television pressure, engage fans on social media, expand into movies, endorsements, or crossover platforms. Because today's top star isn't just a wrestler, they're a brand ambassador. They need charisma, presence, and media readiness. Sometimes fans wonder why a technically gifted wrestler doesn't get a main event push. Often, it's because WWE is evaluating the full package. In-ring skill matters, but business versatility matters more. Here's something very important for understanding WWE's strategy in 2026. The United States remains the company's biggest revenue driver. Yes, WWE tours globally. Yes, international markets are growing. But US TV deals, sponsorships, and advertising partnerships dominate the revenue model. So when WWE pushes someone heavily on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, they're often targeting American audience engagement first. That means relatable personalities, clear storytelling, strong promo skills, mainstream appeal. If a superstar resonates strongly with US audiences, especially the 1849 demographic, that significantly boosts their push potential because advertisers care about that demographic and advertisers fund the business. Another reason you may see WWE pushing someone even when online fans are divided. Long-term booking. Sometimes the company commits to a star months before fans fully accept them. They invest in gradual storytelling. They test reactions. They adjust character presentation. Because if they constantly change direction based purely on social media backlash, long-term narratives would collapse. So when WWE pushes someone, it's often because there's a multi-month or even multi-year plan behind it, and that patience is something we're seeing more of now than in previous eras. So what's the real reason WWE is pushing new stars right now? It comes down to three things: business growth, data-driven decisions, future-proofing the brand. They're not just choosing favorites. They're strategically building the next generation of headline attractions, performers who can carry the company for the next decade. And whether fans love it or question it, that strategy is working because viewership is strong, engagement is rising, and wrestling conversation across the United States is louder than ever. Now I want to hear from you. Which superstar do you think WWE is investing in the most right now? Do you agree with the direction or would you book it differently? Drop your state and your opinion in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because the business of wrestling is changing fast, and we're breaking it down every step of the way.